Certified by WeatherRate as Central Illinois' most accurate for the 5th year running. This is your WCIA 3 Forecast First, sponsored by Napleton's Kia of Urbana.
Well, here in Champaign and across Central Illinois, I've been noticing just steady rain showers across our area this evening, and our temperatures have cooled down now into the upper 40s across the board. 47 for Champaign, a lot of areas are at 47. We'll be likely falling into the low 40s for overnight lows as these rain showers continue. Wind speeds, they'll be picking up as we go through our night tonight, but as of right now, they're not too bad. Coming in out of the northeast, at times noticing them closer to 15 miles per hour, so I'm not reporting any. By the time we go to tomorrow morning, we are expecting there to be gusts that will be closer to around 25 miles per hour. So for our day tomorrow, a cloudy day, a rainy day, on and off, a cool day, a high of only 48, and we will have gusty winds as well. WCIA 3, your local news leader, starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
He's upset, his friends are upset, all the parents are panicking.
And it's all because of a school bus accident. The problem? Parents say they weren't told soon enough.
And if they're unable to complete their degree, they are much more likely to default on their student loans.
And that can come at a hefty price. What students are risking when they take out loans.
It's the end of an era for one town who's stepping down after almost 3 decades.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10 in high definition.
That's my baby, and I'm putting him in your hands, and you're responsible for him, and I need to feel safe and secure with that.
But that wasn't the case for some parents in Rantoul. Now they're questioning the safety of their children. Good evening, I'm Aaron Bennett.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. There was an accident involving a bus and a truck at Northview Elementary School. It happened as the students were going home on Friday. WCIA 3's Ty Bateman live in our newsroom now. Ty, so were any of the children hurt?
Well, Jennifer, one parent tells us doctors say her child now has a concussion. She says she noticed the bus was running late that day, so they called the school. The school told her there was an issue, so kids were transferring to another bus. But she says she didn't know there was an accident until her 8-year-old came home. She says he told her the bus hit a truck. She then called the principal before they were able to reach out to parents. Now the driver is back behind the wheel with the kids, and the mom says she just does not want everything swept under the rug.
Mama Bear is going to come out, and I will make sure that things are handled the way that they should be, because it's not just my child, it's not just my kid that I care about every one of those kids, and they should too.
SHARPLESS hopes the school meets with parents to discuss the accident. We did talk to the superintendent today, who confirmed it happens. The bus is contracted out to first students. And we also reached out to police about the investigation. They were on scene for the accident, but no information was released. In the newsroom, Ty Bateman, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
All right, thank you so much. Now, First Student also talked to us about the bus accident. They say they moved swiftly to investigate, and safety is their #1 concern. They confirmed the driver was ticketed for the accident. If you're catching a bus in Champaign-Urbana, it will soon be easier to know where to pick it up. CUMTD is going to put signs up at all of their stops. Some don't have them right now. They say it can be confusing for riders. MTD says it will also improve safety.
After more than a year, a lawsuit between the city of Decatur and its former police chief has been settled. They entered into an employment separation agreement with Brad Sweeney. That means instead of saying he was fired, they're now changing that to retired. Sweeney is also being paid $60,000 for unused sick days, but half of that will go back to the city for their court costs. This is the end of a long legal battle. Sweeney was originally fired in February of last year. He then sued the city, saying the city manager fired him out of retaliation. The city countered with its own request to dismiss the suit. A special prosecutor was appointed in June, and the case was dismissed, but Sweeney appealed that. The case then went to the appellate court in March. Savoy's longtime village president retired tonight after 28 years in office. Bob McClary said goodbye at his last Board of Trustees meeting. He was first elected in 1987. He says when he started, about 2,000 people lived in Savoy. Now more than 8,000 call it home. Some of his proudest accomplishments are keeping businesses in Savoy and bringing others in, and only raising taxes once.
The trustees, the staff, just everybody here have just been fantastic to work with, and I've just had a marvelous time and met so many great people and worked with them. That's the part that I'm going to miss.
Joan Dykstra was sworn in as the new president, and as a thank you to McCleary, the board voted last week to name the village's municipal building after him.
There's still no contract agreement for professors at UIS. The union voted to continue their strike today. They say they contacted the university this morning to try and settle it, but weren't able to get anywhere. They've been negotiating for almost 2 years now. Nearly 170 professors hit the picket line yesterday. Both sides will meet again on Friday. Dozens of state agencies are feeling the burden of the budget crisis, and they're hoping for some help from the Capitol. Directors of the Department of Corrections and DCFS are asking for more money. Together, they say they need about $2.8 billion for next year. Champaign's DCFS is one of several with a staffing shortage. With more money, they hope to hire 50 more employees.
One community is teaming up with a school to help one little girl in need. Rayleigh Ike is just like any other kindergartner, except she is battling leukemia. That's why Paris and Memorial Elementary are hosting a fundraiser this weekend for her. Her principal says they're more than happy to help one of their own.
When one of our own is in need, we want to rally behind them and help them do, we want to help as best as we can.
All proceeds will go toward Ike's family and will help pay for medical and travel expenses. And that event will be this Saturday at Memorial Elementary School. A 5K run will start at 5 o'clock, and they will also host a dinner from 4 to 7:30.
Students are often pushed to get a college degree, but at what price? What it takes for some to pay for school.
And still to come.
We've had people trapped in their homes.
And one town is getting ready in case it happens again. How they're preparing for another potential flood.
Plus, they just missed going to state last year. Now this team is making sure it doesn't happen again. How they are fighting for redemption.
Live from your local news leader, Jennifer Roscoe, Aaron Bennett, Central Illinois' most accurate forecast, and Brett Bairns on sports. You're watching WCIA 3 News at 10.